you and I will play with once it comes time, and we'll review it together. But I'd be pretty aggressive with the monthly payment to give yourself the best chance of popping it.
Yeah, so I met with these sellers on the weekend. It's a condo. I'm just trying to go through the process. So the next step would be short form lease. Is that correct? This would be a sandwich lease deal. I'm just trying to make sure I have the right pieces.
Yeah.
Did you send an offer and they said, yes, let's do it?
Yeah, I did that in person.
Okay.
And
Perfect.
And yeah, so the numbers are there. I have the mortgage statement. I've collected all of the pertinent information from a deal structuring perspective.
Great.
And I told them that it's contingent upon finding a buyer, a tenant buyer, so they understand that. So I'm not really at risk of anything. They're currently living in the property. They've bought the next one. They're moving out at the end of this month. So I'm just trying to lock them down. Pure French speakers, so no matter what, I'm gonna have to translate the documents here. But I just want to make sure I'm looking at the right documents and like what the next step is and where things are, because there's been some shuffle in the academy. So that's that as well.
Rusty, you want to point him, and then if you want me and Rusty to read it, please do it pre-translation. Rusty, he can get all the docs where?
Oh, an ARC. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So I'm in ARC now, sandwich lease process, and then I found that the short form is later on in there. So I'm kind of reviewing that. Yeah, I don't know that it's going to be, the price point is relatively low for my marketplace. I don't know what it's going to be, but because, so they're currently listed at 324. It's a FSBO. The neighbor sold at 320, but with an agent. So I always give that a grain of salt. Their carrying costs.
When you price it, Matthew, I got a few things. When you price it, well, first of all, make sure you're pulling me and Rusty in because for us taken, right? And when you price it, make sure you get with Nick because those conventional sales are good comps for you to know, but you're going to be higher. And then what is the underlying debt monthly principal pay down as of today, roughly?
So the payment is, their carrying cost as a total is about $2,400 a month. If we take off that, that's $425. So let's say they're at about $1,900. They have a bi-weekly mortgage payments on a variable rate, just to throw you guys into the Canadian
Into Canada land.
scenario.
I get it.
Yeah, exactly. So we've got 26 payments per year on a bi-weekly. We've got a floating interest rate going down here in Canada. And the payment doesn't adjust, by the way, as the interest rate changes.
So the principal, I know it can be funky, but roughly, what do you think it is today? Like conservative, kind of medium?
Oh God, I'd have to pull out my financial calculator, but it's going to be, hang on, where I have it open here somewhere. So they paid down, okay, so from 20, in 1 year, they paid down about $8,000.
8?
So yeah, so right now the outstanding is.
So I was gonna say 5, so probably closer to 600, almost 700 principal. Let's just say 6. I was just trying to do something for you.
Yeah.
Did you get 3-year terms?
Yeah, I told them 3. They're hoping for 2, but yes.
Which you might. You say we're conservative investors. My buyer might. So you got 24 grand in payday 2s alone. I'm sorry, principal paid on alone. You might have 25 grand in mark. This deal will be very close to our averages, like 70 to 80 grand for all 3 paydays. That'd be my guess without looking at anything.
Not sure where to get started? Go to smartrealestatecoach.com/get going for free books, strategy calls, and a whole bunch more. We're going to help you get going the wicked smart way. We've been after this for over a decade doing exactly that.
I just have a couple thoughts that come to mind, Matthew. I get this is contingent on a buyer. However, being your first deal, like your first taken, I would be really aggressive with that monthly payment.
Keep it down?
Yeah, exactly. The purchase price we can you and I will play with once it comes time, and we'll review it together. But I'd be pretty aggressive with the monthly payment to give yourself the best chance of popping it.
Yeah, you guys can do that.
Especially with them moving out next month, I'd be all over this with you.
Yeah, I agree. That's what I would do. I think that, especially when we re-add the extra fees, right? So there's taxes, there's condo fees, there's a hot water rental fee. So as much as their carrying cost is 24, just the mortgage payment is around 19.
Because you're gonna pass on the rest, you know that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So
Yeah, that's awesome. Yep.
now they told me the neighbor, once again, it's not a market survey, but the neighbor also rented for 1,800 per month. So we've kind of got this. We're above market, you know, but
Yeah.
Let's play. You're also opening up to people that neighborhood didn't open it up to yet.
yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
get it, but until we look at it, you never know what.
Good test. Yeah.
What a neighbor's telling. They might be trying to negotiate. You never know.
Matthew, do you have any questions? I like pretty standard. Do you have any questions on this one?
Next step is just to confirm. Next step is the short form lease and everything that stipulates that derives from there. So I guess I'll fill that in, send it in English to you guys to just at least review very quickly.
Yes.
And then myself will get on the translation of that, so that hopefully have something out to them today, tomorrow is what I would hope for.
That's awesome. And then connect with Sue if you need help on the taken form you got to fill out and things like that. And then Nick on the buyer side, and we'll just tag team it with you, especially for your first one. Don't worry about it.
As soon as you get it under contract, shoot me a message on Slack, and I'll get you a list of things I need to get my head wrapped around it, and then we can have a 5 or 10 minute conversation to get after this. Get a good pricing plan and everything.